New tonight here at 10 o'clock, did you know that Iowa currently ranks #2 in the country for the number of new cancer cases? So this week, Elizabeth is taking a much closer look at some of the many factors that researchers say are likely contributing to Iowa's ongoing cancer problem.
So earlier tonight at 6, we looked at the risk of alcohol, but that isn't the only substance that many Iowans use that's directly linked to cancer.
John Stokes of Iowa City was shocked to learn his former alcoholism may have played a role in his 2 cancer diagnoses. But that wasn't the only risk factor he was up against.
Quitting smoking was so much worse than giving up alcohol by a major factor.
Stokes had smoked several packs a day for years, and even now, decades after quitting.
And I will still get that feeling that I need to have a cigarette. I mean, it's really surprised me.
Data shows up to 14% of Iowans smoke on a regular basis, and most know it's not a healthy habit.
People know that it's harmful, and probably 85 to 90% will tell us that they know it's linked to cancer.
But many don't know it's linked to much more than lung cancer, according to U of I professor Mark Vanderweg.
There's 11 other cancers that are linked to smoking, and it can include things that folks may not think about. So things like pancreatic cancer and cervical cancer, liver cancer, bladder cancer, and many others are also linked to smoking.
And he says there's no way to make up for that risk with other healthy habits.
There's folks who will have the misperception that, well, if you're physically fit, if you exercise, if you eat well, if you take vitamins, those kinds of things, then the risk of smoking is lessened, and that just is not the case.
But quitting can be a long and painful battle. For Stokes, it came down to a decision on his 50th birthday.
I decided that would be my last one, and man, I tell you, months, it was terrible. It was just awful. What I would say to myself is, okay, it feels so bad, and I want this so bad, but I won't do it, and we'll see what happens. And then I didn't die. And that would get me a little bit further down the line, and that would happen over and over. Yet it just feels so terrible. I got to get rid of this feeling, but then I didn't die.
But experts say once you do quit, the benefits can be dramatic. The risk of head and neck cancer drops off as much as 50% within the first 5 to 10 years.
So some big changes pretty quickly there. And Professor Vanderweg says that Iowa has among the lowest taxes on cigarettes in the nation, and raising that has been shown to have a significant impact on kind of motivating people even more to quit.
Yeah, so this is a week-long series that Elizabeth has been working on for several weeks. They're very interesting, and actually we'll also have some of these on the Steel Report coming up this Sundays too.
That's right, and tomorrow night we'll be looking at the unique geography of Iowa and what's actually in the earth here that may also play a role in some of our cancer cases.